I'm Chef Bonnie, and this week I'd like to talk about Community Supported Agriculture, or CSA. Every week I'm so excited to get my CSA box. It's almost like getting a gift, and I just want to open it and see what's inside. The vegetables are just super fresh. You get to buy from your local farmer. I'd say the main thing I really like about CSA is that you're supporting your community. Today, I have a large CSA box from Tanaka Farms located in Irvine, California. And let's take a look and see what's inside. At times it can get a little overwhelming because there's just so much in here and it's so wonderful, you just want to use it all up. The first thing I think you should do when you receive your CSA box is to empty it out onto the counter. Lay everything out and just take a look at what you have. So here's some beautiful cilantro. Nice. And some kale. Already I'm thinking kale chips. Beautiful head of romaine. Red onion. Couple grapefruits. Some tomatoes. Zucchini. Wow, these are so yellow. Nice. Cabbage. Carrots. Wow. Broccoli. Some green beans. Oops, and a rogue carrot here. And a watermelon. This is a yellow watermelon. So right away you should probably start thinking, what are the things that are going to spoil quickly? And really it's anything that is leafy green. You want to try to use soon. So that would be the lettuce, that would be the kale, and the cilantro. Things like carrots, what I'm going to do right away is take these stems off. Because with root vegetables, the leaves continue to absorb moisture. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to store these vegetables. And I'll start with the tomatoes here. For lovely tomatoes, I'm actually going to keep these just on the counter and let them stay at room temperature. When they soften up a little bit, they're ready to eat right now, but if you're not going to eat them, keep them on the counter, and if they get soft, then go ahead and put them in the refrigerator. But they're beautiful, nice red color, and I know I'll be using them in the next couple days, so they're fine right there. The red onion, you want to keep not in the refrigerator, but in a dry, dark place. The zucchini you want to put in a plastic bag and in the refrigerator. If you like, you can wash it first. Make sure you completely dry it and then put it in a plastic bag and in the refrigerator. That way, when you are ready to use it, you can just take it out of the bag and start chopping it up. Okay, so let's talk about the grapefruit. Citrus do not continue to ripen after they're picked, so you can leave it on the counter, or if you like your grapefruit cold, you can put it in the fridge. It's up to you. The way that I like to eat it, and I think because my dad did this when I was a little girl, but with this grapefruit I just slice it this way, like the equator, and then I have two halves, and you see the little triangles. I just get a knife and I just kind of cut it out, sprinkle with a little sugar. Not too much, just a little bit, and then I just dig in with a spoon and I get the pulp and I get the juice and a little bit of sugar. It's really good on a hot day if you want to try it. Here I have cilantro. Cilantro, well, there's different ways to store it. You can get a glass and fill it with an inch of water, and then you can stick this in and keep it in your refrigerator. These are roots, and so you know, the cilantro will stay fresh because it's going to continue to absorb the water. You know, some people do pre-wash it and wrap it in dry paper towel, and that'll work too. I think it won't last as long. Once these leaves get wet, then there's more susceptibility to it turning brown. So we go through cilantro pretty quickly, so I may go ahead and pre-wash it. Already I see the tomato, the red onion, the cilantro. I'm thinking pico de gallo, so I think that's what I'll be doing later. The lettuce, definitely get this washed and ready to eat. You can just chop the ends off. I like to get a big bowl. If you have a salad spinner, it's ideal. You just put the bowl, the bowl part into the sink, fill it with water, cut the end off, and just submerge the leaves. You don't want to handle the leaves too much because then you end up breaking them. So just keep the leaves whole, kind of swoosh it around, dump the water, and fill it up again, swish it around, just get all the sediment off. And then go ahead and spin it and lay them out on some dry towels, roll it up, put it in a Ziploc, ready to go for sandwich, salad, you know, lettuce wraps, whatever. But this, you should just get prepped right away. The kale you do the same way as the lettuce. Salad spinner is great. You know, I make kale chips all the time, and this center rib right here is really, really hard. So, you know, if you're going to make kale chips, you can look at my kale chip video I have. But when you tear the leaves off, you want to tear it down the center. So you have the leaves, and then you have the stem. You can actually eat the stem, like you can braise it, you can chop it up and braise it. Just takes a long time. So many of these things you can just do a quick saute, like the zucchini. You know, you just wash and cut the ends off. You can cut them into rounds and saute. You can cut it down the middle and cut them into half rounds. With the broccoli, the same thing. You can cut the spears off. You can actually cut them, cut the stem. The stem is very edible. You can cut it this way into very thin rounds, and then you could throw that in your saute. The kale, the way I showed you how you just use the leaves, you can do that. Carrots too, cut them on a diagonal or any which way you want, and throw that in the saute. Saute you want to do over a pretty high heat. Wait till the pan gets hot, throw some oil in, throw your veggies in, and you're going to hear this really loud sizzle. And you just don't touch it for a minute or two so it gets some nice brown color on the bottom. And then you can go ahead and season it and toss it, and then they should be crisp tender. It's so exciting to receive your CSA box every week. So I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I helped you with some tips on storage and some usages for your fruits and vegetables. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at bonnie@chefbonnie.com or visit my website at chefbonnie.com. I'll be doing some very easy recipes in the future using Tanaka Farms fruits and vegetables, so I hope you stop by again. So I'll see you soon. Bye.